Basically what we're working here is a very rough sand straightaway with a sweeping turn at the end. I think the important things to remember in a section like this is obviously look farther ahead, stay on the gas, squeeze the bike with your knees. You know, everyone says squeeze the bike with your knees, but how do you really do that? And I think the important thing is how you place your feet on the foot pegs. You know, a lot of people, so they don't hit the brake lever or shifter, they just kind of point their toes out. As soon as your toes are pointed out, you know, you have a hard time squeezing with your knees. You know, the other thing, you know, that's going to help you through this section is, you know, they're being in the right gear. You definitely want to be in a taller gear in the meat of the power, where the bike, not so much that it's lugging, but when you need to pull the front end up, you know, there's power to get the front end up. You know, a lot of people will go through here wide open, the bike screaming, you know, and the suspension doesn't really work as good when it's wide open. You know, so it's like we definitely want to try to keep our front end light, you know, kind of tap it on the, you know, on the top of each whoop. You know, if you're a little bit better, you know, you can kind of wheelie 3 or 4 whoops and then set your front end down. I think, like I said, the most important thing in a section like this is, one, stay on the gas, keep your front end light, and, you know, you want your weight on the back of the bike to keep the front end light, but at the same time, as you're kind of tapping you know, the front wheel at the top of each whoop, you know, your head needs to be over the bars. So butt back, head forward. And then I think the last thing that's going to help in a section like this, you know, as you go down the straightaway, you know, with a slight, you know, kind of dog leg to the right, you know, a lot of people want to ride in the middle of the track, and up there at the dog leg to the right, you know, where it's really rough, you know, you're going to have to make a pretty hard turn in the rough part. So I think in order to do it correctly, hit it fast and be smooth, you want to kind of set up the turn down at the end of the straightaway by, you know, using the whole track. Get on the edge of the track to the left, so then where you're actually turning, you're trying to straighten it out as much as possible so you're not turning a lot in the bumps. You know, and a lot of times when we work sections, you know, we might work the fastest way through a section, and usually that's setting up the track, you know, using the whole track, you know, kind of coming from the outside, sweeping back to the inside, you know, when you're by yourself, you know, trying to set fast lap times. But obviously in a race situation where you might be battling with somebody's right on your, you know, your butt, you know, you can't give them, you know, that inside, otherwise they're going to take it, you know, push you out. You know, if you have 3 or 4 bike lengths where the guy can't get in there, you know, yeah, use the whole track, set it up, hit the fastest line. But if you're in the heat of the battle, you know, like always, you have to, you know, really protect that inside so they don't get that wheel on you.